symphony, won't you kiss me? Shut me up, please.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my bedroom where I've been quarantining for the past week. So the schools have been closed for a week now. And so I feel like a lot of people find that they have a lot of extra time on their hands, especially if they don't have anything particularly as an interest outside of school. So I thought it'd be a good time to do a video on books, so I hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna start off with the books I've read first, and there's only one. I think this is might be the only book I've finished. Yeah, so I've got to really, I'm reading so many books at once, it's kind of slow progress. But this is the book I just finished, Animal Farm by George Orwell. So a lot of you might know it. If not, then I'd say it's like a fable, like the little story itself, but what it is an allegory, because it has a meaning behind it, which is about the Russian Revolution. And I'm gonna do an analysis of it for my English project reading thing. So I mean, that's cool. I enjoyed the story, and I think it's gonna be not too hard to analyze it. Now, that's all the books I've read so far this year. So let's get into the books that I am currently reading, because there's quite a few. So I'm more than halfway through this book. It's First Class Murder by Robin Stevens, and I think it's the third book in the series. Yes, the first one is Murder Most Unladylike, and the second is Arsenic for Tea, and I've read both of them. This is the third one, and I enjoyed the first two books. It's definitely like a kind of tween book. It's not hard to read. It's about two girls who form a detective society, and if you like stuff like that, where there's a detective and there's a murder, then this would be quite good, because it's quite a simple form of those kind of books. The book that I'm currently reading is Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. I've read maybe a third of this book. I really like it. I know that the first chapter was really hooking, is really made to make sure that the reader is oh, this is a cool book. You can really tell that the first chapter had a lot of thought in it. And this is known for how the character suffers with anxiety, I think. The main character, although so far there's been hints of it. She has weird traits, and it comes up, but it isn't the one thing that the story is focused on. There's the other plot of how there is the main character's friend she went to summer camp with, and that's the only time she has talked to him, and he's kind of rich, and his father has gone missing, and people are looking for him, and if people find out where he has gone, there is a huge reward. I've not really started reading this yet. So it's called My Real Name is Hannah, and it's a book that's about World War II. There is one more that I'm currently reading, and I'm actually kind of good about reading this one. But I'm using it as a tripod right now. I don't know why I didn't connect it to my tripod. But it is called One of Us is Lying, and basically there is a murder. This is my second book where there's a murder. Oh my gosh. And it's kind of when I read the blurb, it was there's a murder that takes place in an after school detention, and I'm very confused. I'm confused how can anyone die there? What is there to die on? And basically the guy dies on because he has allergies, and he has a peanut butter allergy, and we don't know how any peanuts got anywhere near him. So there's 4 people who are in the room with him, and they are the suspects. And they, you know, there's one guy who's pretty shady, but like he's like kind of like shady, like tough guy. Probably someone falls in love with him, I'm sure. When I picked this book up in the school library, my English teacher said a lot of people read it and a lot of people liked it. So that's why I'm reading it. And like, it's cool. I don't read many like high school drama kind of books. Maybe I should. The thing is, this has got the like murder twist to it. So fun. Now let's get into the books that I have yet to start. Whew. There's 5 here, and there might be more. There's 1 in the other room. So you may have seen before the Illuminae series on my channel. There's a 3rd book to that, and I looked at it, I read a little bit of it, and then realized it was the main character from the first book's cousin who's now telling the story, and I was like, no. So if you're still with me, this is another book that I've got to read. It's called Jolly Foul Play, and it's like the 4th book in the series of the First Class Murder book, which was about the 2 detective girls. I've yet to read this, but I can't read it until I've read that. So then I have City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and like, I just finished the book, don't judge me. It looks like a nice book. I'm like looking at this and I like want to take like a, does anyone get that feeling that when there's like a good book, the book looks nice and it's like a nice thickness, you want to like take a chomp out of it? Or is it just me? I don't know. But I have this book because Trovis recommended it to me, if you know Trovis, another YouTuber. And you know, he's read the full series and he said he enjoyed it, and that's why I have it. And I read a little bit of it, but that was quite a while ago, so I'd have to restart. And I think I'm excited to read it. I think it's got like kind of a very like fantasy element to it. I don't really usually read books like that, so it doesn't appeal to me. But since Travis recommended it to me, I think I'm gonna read it anyway. Cause like, I don't know, I have hopes for this. Moving on, Neverwhere. I actually did start this in August last year, and it was alright. Nothing stood out to me about it. What was that? Oh my god. What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh my god. Anyway, that's kind of weird. But that's about it. Thank you for watching. These are the books that I have yet to read. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video in quarantine still. Bye.